So outside of Göbekli Tepe and Karahan Tepe, this is definitely my favorite ruins that I have seen in Turkey yet. I mean, we still have Ephesus to see. We still have Pergamon to see. Like, how does it get better than this? Good morning for the last time from Anatolia. I got a bunch of little freaking kittens running around me. Hey, little fluff balls. Oh my god, they're so fucking adorable. We're about to head on a 3-hour or so car ride north into the mountains, and we're going to be stopping at the ancient site of Sagalassos. I'm super excited about this one because when I saw the pictures, it was added to my absolute must-see on this tour. And because it's so far out of the way, the tour company we kept requesting this tour through kept removing it from the itinerary. But I told them, no, this is a must for us. And I'm glad I did, because our previous guide for Eastern Turkey, when I had asked what his favorite archaeological site in Turkey was, had actually said Sagalassos. And then the guide that we had got to take us there was actually from there and lives up nearby there. I can't freaking wait. I know that this is a site that a lot of people don't really go to, and those are usually the best sites to see. So we're gonna head out now, and I'll see you guys in a few hours of Sagalassos. Kitty, kitty, running away. And we have arrived up at the mountaintop ruins of Sagalassos. You can see some of the ruins over here. It's all fenced off. I got a kitty meowing at me. Ooh. What? I am looking forward to this site. It looks pretty damn large. So let's head on in. You got a curly tail. You got a really curly tail. Did you break a bone, or is that just how your tail is? All of the cats here, all throughout Turkey, are so tiny. They just don't get big. It's the complete opposite of the dogs. The dogs are all big dogs. So apparently I didn't do a perfect job planning out this trip, because I did not know about this museum here, which I saw pictures of in the restroom back there, and looks like a pretty damn good museum, along with this cave and this ancient city that has a beautiful looking little theater with a mosaic floor. Just gorgeous. And we are officially in and heading up into the ancient ruins. So yeah, this was an old Roman city, but like with all of these old Roman cities, it was not necessarily originally Roman, and was settled long before that, and was talked about by the Hittites before the Romans, but all the ruins that are left are Roman. It's not the pre-stuff. I'm actually walking through the bath right now just to give you an idea of what this was. Oh, with this incredible view. I'm sure there were some beautiful archways framing this. One of the reasons it's so well preserved, similar to Pompeii, not buried by a volcano, it was buried. It was buried by landslides from the earthquakes in the area. Whenever cities get buried or things get buried, they are more well preserved, which is why we get these beautiful walls. And even up there is even more up on the cliffside. I see arches and pillars that are still completely standing because of how it's built. They didn't fall over from the earthquakes. They were just preserved. It always amazes me when there's still paint visible when it's completely exposed to the elements like this. Like there was a little bit of it at Perga where we were in yesterday's video. Like with the tombs at Darla from a previous video, you can very finely see the lines where it was buried until they uncovered it. These are all the various rooms of the bath is weaving through here. We were only able to walk through that main center area, but you can see the archways leading to the different rooms down here. No decorations remain, mostly just the bricks and a couple spots that the plaster still remains. Heading down these super steep steps. And almost falling was the lower agora, so the lower market. You can still see the old pipes. It was a nice little agora with the little stalls all around. see if I can see anything inside. Those are the kind of places you can see the paint and stuff still hidden on these sketchy stairs. Let's check this out. Oh, looks like they're just using it now for some storage. Just some wood pieces and stuff like that down in there, which definitely ain't the ancient Roman wood. Okay, back up, heading towards the Temple of Apollo. This was an old fountain overlooking the lower city of Sagalassos. My sister's down there in the Agora, which just kept going down the main road. You can see some ruins of temple over there, which is completely demolished. I love coming to these out-of-the-way ruins, I've said it before, because there's just no one else. It's pretty much just us here. Now, it is a wee bit chilly up here. I don't know if that goes all year round or it's September. We've been to ruins that have been higher than this, like up at Mount Nemrut, and it was still quite hot. That's farther east. I don't know if this region stays chilly up in the mountains all year round, but maybe bring a coat. And this here was the Temple of Apollo, which likely has an absolutely amazing sunrise or sunset, which is how the temples of Apollo were generally built. Along all the paths that you're walking are just lined with the ruins that have crumpled, like they're leaving them there. It's not the setting all the puzzle pieces aside like at a lot of sites. A lot of these ruined buildings we're seeing on the left over here were the wealthy people's villas. Oh, look at this archway up here, though. Holy crap, that's beautiful. So this area here that I'm walking into now is the upper Agora. The one down there was obviously the lower Agora, at the lower end of the city. And I gotta say, I think this one's a little bit nicer. I mean, I like the main road going all the way out to the into the distance. That was beautiful. But these archways up here behind me are absolutely freaking stunning. Give you a view from the upper Agora down to the baths, and you can see a little bit of the end of the lower Agora down there. Temple of Apollo's hidden behind the bushes, but it is freaking gorgeous. I can't believe we have this place to ourselves. There was one other car here with just a couple other people. I could not pick their language up. I was trying to eavesdrop a little bit, but couldn't quite get it. I ain't seen my sister for a bit now. I don't know where she's gone off, disappearing too. So this right here that you see in the distance is one or potentially multiple of the villas, but realistically that was probably just one rich person's house. I'm gonna start heading on up through these beautiful archways. I can't believe how much they're still standing, considering that this place has been hit with just multiple earthquakes, landslides. Like, how are these still up? They don't even look like they've been reconstructed at all. They look completely original. A lot of times you can tell when they've reconstructed because there's that little bit of plaster or something like that visible. Jesus. I have got to get a photo here. And since my mom is way up there and my sister is way down there, it looks like I'm doing it myself. I'm gonna set this camera up right here. Those look like they came out pretty darn good. But I still have not seen my sister. So I have no idea where she has gone and disappeared to. Holy Shit. Oh my god, I legitimately didn't even hear that fountain just down there through the archway. As soon as you get up beyond that wall, it becomes audible. Oh my god. And they have the freaking statues there. Holy shit. Oh, this is so beautiful. I am in shock. Oh, I'm tripping over myself. This is absolutely fucking amazing. I have said numerous times that I wish that there were statues at these sites, or replicas of. And not only do we get incredible freaking statues to see here, but a functioning fountain. I mean, I've never seen anything like this at any ruin that I have went to. There's the head of Medusa up in each of these archway nooks. Don't know how well those are picking up on this camera. I'll use my phone to get good shots. This is so freaking beautiful. But I am going to be going down into this cave, or this tunnel. She said 30 meters is open, so I might as well go at least 30 meters. This is a super low roof. I mean, it's probably only like 4.5 feet high. So, if you are very claustrophobic, don't sneak on into here. And look, people have to fucking litter everywhere. But that definitely dead ends up there. I can see the rock. So, I'm about facing head on out. So up there, you can see the theater. And over here, you can see another temple. And that's where my sister is. I finally found my freaking sister. It's been like 30 or 40 minutes. So she has apparently found another way to wrap around. But if I'm being honest, she chose the wrong way. Don't go the way she went, because I think it's better to come upon the fountain the way that I came upon it. It's just more of like, you don't hear it in advance, you just kind of come up there and you see it. So she already knows it's there just by the sound. This site is fucking incredible, guys. Like, seriously. My guide was right that this was one of the best sites around here. And the fact that there's like barely anybody else here makes it all the better. So there's a part but down there when you're coming out of like the lower agora in the Temple of Apollo area where you can turn left or right. That's where my sister had opted to turn left. Jesus Christ. This is so beautiful. Oh. Oh. But yeah, my sister had opted to turn left instead of right like all of us, which is fine. I mean, it's a circle that you can apparently get around to it. It is definitely getting a little chillier as I come up here, and I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. But yeah, so this must have been where my sister came up, and then you get the rock tombs over there. I'm not gonna walk over to them because they don't go too deep. They're just like right there, and my sister was nice enough to get some B-roll video for me. So I'll splice that in while I'm talking right now. Beautiful. I mean, I keep saying that, but it is. It's also freaking beautiful. So I'm backtracking over to the theater now. So outside of Göbekli Tepe and Karahan Tepe, this is definitely my favorite ruins that I have seen in Turkey yet. I mean, we still have Ephesus to see. We still have Pergamon to see. Like, how does it get better than this? This area up here was the library, but sadly, none of it seems to really exist no longer. It's all ruined. But you can't expect everything to survive for 2,000 years. I was incorrect. The library was a little bit farther up the path. So this was the library. That wasn't back there. That was just some ruins. But look in here. I really don't blame them for blocking people off from coming into here. There's still so much writing that's completely clear up there on the wall. I'm now walking up the ruined road to the theater. And we have arrived at the theater. The entranceway is pretty ruined, but the archway still stands, showing the strength of a true circular arch. Normally when they're like this, ruined like this, they rope them off and don't let you in. But they're like, nah, come on in. I love it. How you doing, Mom?
You're pretty darn good.
Wow. This is awesome. I've actually never been into a theater this ruined. Like I was saying at the entrance, normally when they're like this, they kind of rope you off and don't let you in. This is awesome. I guess this is what one of them theaters looks like before they start reconstructing it or rebuilding it. And I actually kind of doubt that they're even going to bother doing that here, considering the scarcity of the number of people that actually come to this site. I'm sure it's an extremely expensive venture to reassemble one of these at all. I freaking love it. Oh my God. I wasn't going to climb up the seats here. I was just going to settle for being down in the middle of the theater. But on further thinking, I want to see if I can get a good view of the actual city and stuff in the distance. I just hope none of these stairs break on me, because they are pretty severely cracked and some of them are thin that I've walked across already. Oh yeah, it's worth the walk up. And if I fall, it's an acceptable way to die. There's some stone cave tombs over there. They can just carry my body over there and we're good to go. I am way too out of shape for these mountain ruins though. Oh man. I'm not gonna crawl back in there, as I feel like they could come down at any point. But look at this. Look at this freaking view up here. And the downward trek begins. And like climbing down any pyramid or anything like that, you gotta film your walk down just in case the fall. If you make it to Sagalassos, don't skip on the theater. It's up out of the way of the other stuff. I mean, other than the library, which is right out front of it. But it's definitely worth a stop in. And there are some sharp stones that work their way into your sandals really nicely here. Oh God, that's hurting. Get out. There we go. So I did see some, what I am thinking are deer tracks. And they got them red deer out here. God, I really want to see one of those. I think I'm gonna have to end up waiting until I get to like Scotland or something like that to see them. Our guide had said it would be about an hour and a half or so here. Pretty sure we have far surpassed that. I'm gonna stay up here in the theater while my sister gets her photos. I did ask our guide though, while we were driving through the beautiful forests in this area, if they allow camping and if it's like backcountry camping or only at sites. And she said you can camp anywhere in the parks. So that's freaking awesome. And if you are really trying to do a budget backpacking trip and you like camping, Turkey would be an amazing freaking country, because they have beautiful forests, beautiful hikes. You're allowed to camp everywhere. And there are ruins that are, some of them are only accessible via some of the hikes in southern Turkey. So that's definitely something I'm putting on my potential to do in the future list on my own while I'm solo traveling. Because I'm loving it in Turkey so far. It's beautiful. The people are so friendly. And it's cheap. I mean, the food's cheap. And the rooms are pretty cheap if I can't camp. So definitely loving this country. Well, we're beginning our walk back down as my GoPro battery is hitting the end of its life. And I don't know that we have any more real sights that we're going to see or anything like that today. I know we got another good couple hour drive to where we're staying the night. So I honestly don't even remember the name of the town we're staying the night in. So I'm not going to say it right now. But I'll see you guys when I get there. I came down a slightly different way than I went up and walked by this. Another fountain that's somewhat running. But this is gorgeous here. It's right below the library right there. So I didn't even hear the water trickling when I was up there. Oh, that's just one of those things that goes to show, like, walk down every path you can, because you might end up missing something pretty freaking stunning. Oh, wow. That's what we're gonna be eating. It's good. The rose is strong on it, but it's so good. I like that.
So good.
It's a good tea. Oh, tea, go away. We just had a fantastic lunch here in Isparta. I don't know the name of the restaurant. I will show you it on the banner as we're leaving. Our amazing guides, mom and dad. The lunch was fantastic, along with the rosewater tea that we got. I mean, rosewater is not something I would generally like. But I would say definitely, if you are passing through Isparta, checking out the ruins that they have in this area, which are incredible, then this is definitely a good stop to get yourself some food. So we're going to head on now to our hotel. She said it's about a 3-hour drive. So we got a bit of a drive ahead of us. Oh, squeezing around this pole. And I'll see you guys at the hotel. The locals are smiling so hard seeing a bunch of Americans here, because I don't think that that's a very common occurrence around here. So definitely come here and make the locals happy. We have arrived at our pretty freaking incredible looking thermal spa hotel. We're only here for one night, so I feel like it's some sort of obligation for us to swim in the thermal pool. And I guess I'll give you guys a glimpse of that once we're settled and head on out there. And I've arrived at my room, so let me give you a quick run through it. Walk in, and you got the nice bathroom right here. I've never seen a little swingy door like that as the bathroom wall, but it works. Standard little double beds, a little balcony right out to the pool out there. The thermal pool, which is fed from the thermal springs up there that we are going to be going to tomorrow. We're going to unwind a little bit and then probably head out to the pool. We just got out of the thermal pool here. It was so freaking nice. We got in it while everybody else was up eating dinner, so we had it completely to ourselves for a while, and it is perfect. Every one of these pools is progressively hotter as they go up, so you can pick the perfect temperature that you want. And we just sat in there completely by ourselves for a while and just healed. But today was a good day. That site, Sagalassos, was probably one of the best ruins I have ever seen in my life. So if you are in south central Turkey, do not miss Sagalassos. It's a little out of the way, but there are a lot of actual ruins in that area that we didn't see, and I wish we had. So definitely add that to your bucket list. And if you guys have made it this far and you haven't already, hit the like button down below, subscribe, and tomorrow we're going to be heading over to the city that Ephesus is in. I can't remember the name of the city off the top of my head. And en route, we're stopping at 2 other ancient cities that are supposed to be relatively large. So I can't freaking wait. I don't know if it'll be 1 or 2 videos. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at some ancient cities. You're so soft. You're so soft. You're so pretty. Gotta get those extra steps in I am going to see if I can squeeze my phone through one of these holes to take a better video. I realized a lot of times I keep forgetting to say the costs of these rooms. Sometimes I've been mentioning it. But rooms here, I checked at the prices when we were walking in. A single is 90 euros. A double like this was, I want to say, 120. Then they had one up from that, which was like 180. Then they had the king suites, which were 240 euros. So, I mean, realistically, this is a freaking thermal spa. So a single room for 90 euro is honestly pretty damn good. I mean, 90 US dollars back home in the States gets you a freaking Holiday Inn Express. So Turkey is a pretty cheap and reasonable country.